in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark. Begging for scraps.
What is up, guys? Kid Critic is back with another review, and this review is for the highly anticipated live action remake, if you want to call it, The Lion King, which is directed by Jon Favreau and stars a couple of lions, and it's about
Simba idolizes his father, King Mufasa, and takes to heart his own royal destiny on the plains of Africa, but not everyone in the kingdom celebrates the new cub's arrival. Scar, Mufasa's brother and former heir to the throne, has plans of his own. The Battle of Pride Rock is soon ravaged with betrayal, tragedy, and drama.
Alright, now that we got all that nonsense out of the way, Joker, start this review for us.
And here we go.
Okay, so heading into the movie, obviously I was so excited to see it because I love The Lion King and it's one of my favorite animated movies of all time. I don't know if it's my favorite yet, but it's up there with like a Pinocchio, Beauty and the Beast, The Jungle Book. It's definitely up there. So going into this movie, I was really excited. I loved what Jon Favreau did with The Jungle Book, and then the reviews started to come out and the first reactions were really good, and then the Rotten Tomatoes scoring came out of nowhere and it was like in the 50s and in the 50s range, and I was like, wait, what? That makes no sense. So going into this movie, I was very excited, but coming out of it, I loved this movie. I have no clue how this film has a rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, because I love this movie. I mean, even if this movie copied the same storyline as the original Lion King, which it mostly did, I still don't know how that makes a bad movie. I mean, the visual effects, which I'll get to in a little bit, were awesome. I just don't get that. But anyways, let's start off with the pros of this movie. And my first pro of the movie is that the visuals, as people were saying, the visuals are game-changing in this movie. It is absolutely incredible, and I 101% agree with them. You have never seen anything like this before. It is, I mean, The Jungle Book was also the same way, but this one was even more effects heavy because The Jungle Book had a human character. This one doesn't. It feels like those actual lions speaking. There wasn't one moment in the movie I was like, oh, that's off of a computer. I was just awed by the fact this was made off of a computer, and it's absolutely incredible. Just the way they talk is just, you just believed it. You just absolutely believed it. And then everybody who worked on this just deserves a great pat on the back and more, because it is absolutely incredible what they did with this movie. And my second pro of the movie is that I thought overall the voice casting of this film was phenomenal. People were wondering, what? Jeremy Irons is coming back as Scar? What? Who is gonna replace Jeremy Irons? And then they cast Chiwetel Ejiofor, who I love. He knocks it out of the park. He is my favorite voice casting in this movie. He's the best part of the film, other than James Earl Jones, obviously, because it's James Earl Jones, but Chiwetel Ejiofor is phenomenal as Scar. He becomes Scar and he's great. Billy Eichner as Timon is awesome. Seth Rogen as Pumbaa is great. Obviously they have that chemistry between Pumbaa and Timon, which works amazingly again in this movie. And then John Oliver as Zazu is brilliant. He's also another one of the standouts, and one that surprised me was actually Beyonce as Nala. I actually thought she was really good in the movie, and the younger kids who play the younger Simba and the younger Nala were awesome in the movie as well. Now, kind of like what Jon Favreau did with the 2016 Jungle Book, he added some new stuff into that movie. He also did the same thing with Lion King, and it was all really good. I enjoyed what he added into the Lion King story. He also introduced a new song, which I really enjoyed, and then the Lion King score comes back, and the Lion King score is one of my favorite scores in an animated movie, probably my favorite one of all time. And you always have the same storyline. The story works brilliantly like it does in the original. All the characters are there, they're great. There's all the classic scenes in there. And when it comes down to the cons of this movie, I only have one con in this movie, and it's not very big. There's one scene that Jon Favreau adds in, and remember I said all the stuff they adds in is good, and this scene is good. I like the scene very much, but I don't feel like you needed it there. I feel like the story still could have progressed without it. It's a scene with Simba, Pumbaa, and Timon, and I feel like you don't really need it, but I mean, any scene with those three is awesome, but I don't really think it was needed. But other than that, this movie is absolutely amazing. I love this film. Now, is it as good as the original? I still probably put the original a little bit over this one, but this movie is fantastic. The visuals are great. The voice cast is awesome. Jon Favreau put in some new elements into the story that I quite enjoyed. The music is back, the songs are back, the characters are better than ever, and it is fantastic. I love The Lion King, and with that said, guys, I give The Lion King a 4.75 out of 5 Fernies. I love this movie. So yeah, make sure to go out and see The Lion King. And oh, look who decided to show up. It's Timon, everybody. Hello, Timon. How's your day going today?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's great. That's great. How's Simba doing running Pride Rock?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. So, what did you think of this new Lion King movie?
Pretty good.
Really? Really? Did you like the review that I just made right now?
Pretty good.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. Tell the Kid Critic fans out there, where can they find you?
Pretty good.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. Well, anyways, bye then. Alright, guys. So with that said, tell me down in the comment section below, what did you think of this live action, if you want to call it, live action remake of The Lion King? I absolutely loved it. I have no clue how it has a Rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, at least the last time I checked. But with that said, guys, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as in every single Kid Critic video, look out for the next video or review. And peace.